Okay, so good day everyone. So today we're going to discuss this safety on board or regarding to fire, focusing on the methods and aids for the fire prevention, detection and extinction, as well as the functions and proper use of life-saving appliances. So this topic is very important because it is part of the STCW and SOLAS training, which is which every seafarer must understand to ensure that safety on board fire is one of the most dangerous emergencies at sea. So proper knowledge and preparations are very essential. So at the end of our lesson, you are expected to understand how to prevent fires, detect them early, and the application and correct extinguishing methods. And you should also be able to identify the different classes of fire, choose the proper and extinguishing agent, and lastly, you must understand the functions and proper use of life-saving appliances, which is very critical during emergencies. So this is our not just an exam, but for you, an actual responsibilities on board ships. So understanding the importance of fire safety is crucial for everyone on board ship. Firstly, it is important to know that fire is rapid chemical reaction between the fuel and oxygen. So producing heat and light, this process seemingly simple process but can be become a extremely dangerous in confined and isolated environment of the ship. Siyempre, once it is in a confined space, no, nandun din yung ah, dangerous na pwede tayong magkaroon ng suffocation and we can inhale the smoke. So on ship, the situation is very unique. Immediate external help is very limited because ships are isolated at sea. So this means that the crew must rely on each other's skills and training to manage any fire or emergency. As you all know, we are not on the land na any help can or any call that immediately can help us. But we are on a sea, no, surrounded by bodies of water. So help is not uh, easily come. So tayong seafarers yung magtutulungan para magkaroon tayo ng coordination to mitigate the fire. So furthermore, the enclosed space on board can cause fire to spread quickly. Heat and smoke can be trapped and making more challenging to control the situation. So not only does the fire pose a threat to personal safety, but it can also damage the cargo. So the ship's structure and the equipment. So this may very vital for everyone on board to act swiftly and efficiently in the event of fire. Kasi syempre every second matters. So remember, mastering fire safety skills is not just about passing the exam. So it's about ensuring the survival at sea. So in these slides, we are focusing on the fire triangle. No? The fire triangle shows that we have heat, fuel, and oxygen. So it composes the fire triangle. So which is the fundamental to understand how fires start and how they can be stopped. So the fire triangle consists of three basic elements, which is the heat, fuel, and oxygen. So let's break this. Let's break down this one into pieces. So first we have the heat. So heat act as the ignition source. So doon nagmumula yung ignition through heat. So this could be anything from sparks or to hot surfaces which are common on ships due to the machinery and the equipment. And as we all know that the ship is built from or made up of metal. So next we have the fuel, which is includes the combustible materials like oil of cargo on board ships. There's our materials are vital for operation but pose a significant fire risk if not managed properly. Then finally, we have the oxygen, which is uh, supports the combustion. It is abundant in the air around us, and without it, a fire cannot sustain itself. So, ibig sabihin, isa lang ang wala dyan sa fire triangle, hindi magkakaroon ng fire. So, it composes of three, heat, fuel, and oxygen. So, kapag ni-remove mo si heat, hindi magkakaroon ng fire. Kapag ni-remove mo si fuel, hindi magkakaroon ng fire. Meaning, kapag heat and oxygen lang is yung presence, there's no fire. Or if heat and fuel lang yung present, wala pa ring fire. Or oxygen and heat lang, wala pa ring fire. It must be composed of three: the fuel, heat, and oxygen. So the key takeaway here is that by removing any one of these elements, we can extinguish the fire. So ayun yung dapat natin gawin. We will going to remove one of the key elements to extinguish the fire. So this principle is central to fire safety strategies. So additionally, the fire tetrahedron introduces a fourth element. So there's a fourth element, uh, which is the chemical reaction. So understanding this can provide the deeper insights into fire behavior, so which is invaluable in both prevention and response. So this foundational knowledge will help us that we move on to discussing the fire prevention methods in the next sections. So the fire prevention methods, as we delve into the fire prevention, let's focus on the several key strategies that can significantly reduces the risk of the fire on board ships. First, we have the proper housekeeping. Proper housekeeping is essential. So by removing the potential fuel sources, we minimize the chances of fire starting in the first place. So next, the safety storage of the flammable material. So cannot be overstated. So keeping these materials in designated areas prevents accidental ignition, protection both the crew and the vessel. So we're going to emphasize the importance of the fire prevention. The regular inspection and the maintenance also play a crucial role in detecting the hazards. So by identifying the risk before they become a problem, we can address them proactively. So lastly, adequate ventilation is crucial. So if you are going to contain the oxygen just inside the cube or inside the compartment, magkakaroon pa rin ng fire. So proper ventilation also help us to save environment for everyone on board. So together, all of these preventive measures from a comprehensive approach to fire safety, helping the safeguard of lives of not only the persons on board, but also the vessels itself. So as we mentioned earlier, the good housekeeping. So good housekeeping is a crucial aspect of fire prevention of any vessel by focusing on the three main actions. So we can significantly lower the risk of fire. So first, by removing the waste of oily water or oily materials is essential because this can easily ignite. So keeping such materials out of the way of the reduces potential fuel sources of fire. Second, by maintaining organized areas, not only help us locating the necessary equipment no, para mas madali nating malocate yung mga kailangan natin bagay, but it can also reduces the overall accident and hazard because an organized space is a safer space. Then we have the keeping escape routes clear is vital. So, lalo na yung mga escape routes na tinatawag natin dito, ito yung mga emergency routes, no? Yung once na nagkaroon ng fire, saan ba yung mga fire doors, no? Dapat lagi clear from blockage siya. Walang naka-block, walang naka-standby doon. Dapat yung passage niya is clear and in case of emergency, naka-ready siya. So with this case, this ensures everyone can evacuate safely if necessary. So remember, poor housekeeping does not just increase the risk of fire, it can also make fire more intense and difficult to control. So by improving these good housekeeping practices, that we can make our environment safer and for everyone on board. And what about the electrical safety? So electrical safety is crucial to prevent potential fire hazards on board. So first, let's talk about the circuit overload. So when we overload circuits, we risk overheating, which is can lead into fires. It is essential to distribute electrical loads evenly and avoid plugging too many devices in one single outlet. No, kaya yung mga extensions on board is iniiwasan dalhin 'no, yung mga extensions, some other crew members are coming from their home country nagdadala ng extension which is very critical. Iniiwasan niyang gamitin kasi again, they circuit on board 'no, especially in our cabins, it is only, built for single, distribution of electrical equipment. So secondly, regular inspection of wiring is vital. So worn or exposed wires can be hidden or it can be hidden dangers by routinely checking this. We can detect the or address any issues before they become a serious problem. Lastly, we always use equipment that is approved and up to safety standards. So non-approved equipment can be a major risk on fire and one of the leading causes of shipboard fires. So by following these practices, we can significantly reduce the risk of electrical fires and ensures a safety environment on board ship. When discussing fire detection system, so in this photos, makita nyo, no, it is crucial to emphasize this role in safeguarding both crew and the vessel. So the crew of the vessel, so let's break down into the core components, no. So first we have the smoke detector. So number one, we have this smoke detector. So these are vital because they can detect earliest sign of the combustion. So often before a fire fully develops, this early detection is essential for prompt action. So makikita nyo naman so some other rooms that we have here on land, no, may mga smoke detectors. So that is the purpose of the smoke detectors for early detection. Then next we have the heat detectors. So these devices sense a rise in temperature that might escape other detection methods. Kasi yung iba, for example, no, si smoke, ang nade-detect niya lang is yung smoke, but it cannot detect the heat or the temperature when it rises. So by identifying unusual heat levels, they provide another layer of security. So especially in the areas when smoke might not be immediately apparent. And we also have the flame detectors are the third component. So they are designed to spot visible flames naman. So kapag naman nandun na yung flames, no, biglang for example, pumalya si smoke detectors, gano'n din si heat detectors, and directly flame na yung lumabas. Finally, dun si flame detectors papasok. They are designated or designed to spot visible flames, offering an extra safety net by detecting fires that may not be produced or detected by smoke right away. So finally, we have the alarm system. So these are very vital because communication link, providing immediate alerts to the crew and enabling swift response to any potential fire threat, no? Doon siya lalabas. So again, we should realize that we have the smoke detectors, heat detectors, flame detectors, and the alarm system. So without these four, uh, detection of fire is mahihirapan tayo. And kung makikita nyo siya, no, halos pare-pareho siya. But if you can figure out, no, bakit sa isang rooms ang daming halos the same as uh, functions. Nakala natin smoke detector lang. But then, iba-iba sila ng functions. No? Meron tayong heat, meron tayong flame, and we have the alarm system. So the key takeaway here is that early detection significantly boost our ability to manage, control fire before it escalates, bago pa lumala. So early detection and quick response. So with this system is placed, we enhance the vessel overall safety and protecting lives and valuable of the cargo. Then what is the importance of the fire detection? So today, we're diving deeper into the crucial or the critical role of fire detection system. So as we mentioned the fire detection system, uh, early detection is paramount, no? By identifying fire, it is infancy or we enable a rapid response, making the fire much easier to control. Kasi once na nandun pa lang sa early stage yung fire, mas madali natin siya mamimitigate. So the swift action is not just about the minimizing the damage, but it's about preventing the fire from spreading. Hindi yung, okay, nabawasan na natin fire, no? That is not the main goal. The main goal is to eliminate the fire. So when a fire is contained quickly, no, it significantly reduces the risk of extensive damage to both vessel and its cargo. So most important, early detection protects lives. Delays in identifying fire can lead into a flashover. So a point where the fire becomes uncontrollable, this escalates the risk of everyone's on board. So emphasizing that the necessity of maintaining and monitoring our fire detection systems is very important. So by investigating in and by maintaining robust fire detection systems, we can taking over a productive steps to ensure that the safety and the security at sea, no? Hindi tayo magkakaroon ng agam-agam or hindi tayo nandun sa stage na para tayong kinakabahan kasi we know how to respond and we know that hindi lang tayo yung nagre-respond, we have an equipment to detect the fire. Kasi kung tayo lang is malalaman na lang natin yung fire through our senses. Pero, before that senses dapat meron pang mas mauna sa atin bago pa lumala or bago pa kumalat yung fire on board ship. So, understanding the various classes of fire is very crucial for ensuring the safety and effectively managing the fire incident. So by then, now let's explore the classes of fire. So we have first the class A fire. So for our class A fire, it involves the ordinary combustible, which is the materials like wood and paper. So here, water or foam is effective in extinguishing the flames. Then pagdating naman sa class B fires are caused by flammable liquids such as the oil and fuel. So it is very important to use foam for this as water can spread the fire and make it worse kapag ginamitan natin siya ng water. So dapat ang gagamitin natin is foam. So for class C fires involves the gases. Then for class D naman, fires are associated with combustible metals. And for class E, fires are involved electrical equipment. So in this case, using CO2 or a dry chemical extinguisher is safe and effective. So remember, using the wrong extinguishing agent can escalate or uh, exacerbate the situation. So knowing that the fire classes is very essential. So katulad nga sabi ko kanina, once you got baka mamaya gamitin niyo yung sa class B fire which is caused by a flammable liquids tapos ginamitan niyo siya ng water, it can escalate the fire or puwede siyang lumala. So, each fire has a class that requires a specific approach to be handled safely. So, understanding these distinctions help us to prevent furthermore damage and ensuring the safety of individuals and property of the vessel. So when it comes to extinguishing fires, understanding the principle behind this is very crucial. So in this slide, we're going to explore how it is effectively put out the fires by focusing on the elements of fire triangle, which is the heat, oxygen, and fuel. So the first method, ito na yung sinasabi natin kanina, no, na we have the fire triangle. And ang gagawin natin dun sa fire triangle na yon, which is the fuel, heat, and oxygen, kailangan natin tanggalin yung bawat isa doon. Or hindi lahat. Tatanggal ka lang ng isa doon sa tatlo na yon para mawala yung fire. So for the first method is cooling, which is involves removing the heat. So kapag tinanggal si cooling, ang tinatanggal niya is si heat. So water is commonly used for this purpose as it can be effectively lower the temperature of the fire. So si heat yung tinatanggal natin. So next we have the smothering, which removes the oxygen. So this can be done using foam or CO2. So both of which create a barrier between the fire and the air. Then third, we have the chemical inhibition. So it involves the stopping the chemical reaction that sustains the fire. This method is often achieved with a specific fire suppressant that disrupts the combustion process. So lastly, we have the starvation. So it involves the removing the fuel by cutting off the material that needs the fire. So again, it is important to remember that correct extinguishing method depends on the type of fire you are dealing with. Each fire class requires a specific approach to be safely and effectively extinguish the fire. So in this case, no, kung makita nyo, again, reiterate natin, no, for cooling, eliminating the heat, reduce the temperature below the ignition point. For smothering, cutting off the oxygen, prevent the atmospheric oxygen from reaching the fire. Then third, we have the starvation, removing fuel and eliminate the fuel source. And lastly, we have the chemical inhibition, which is breaking the chain reaction and interrupt the combustion process. So when discussing the various methods of fire extinguishing, it is crucial to understand the specific application of each method. So let's start with the water, which is very ideal for a class air fire. So this involves the ordinary combustibles like wood, paper, and cloth. Water works by cooling the fire effectively by removing the heat element of the fire triangle. So next we have the extinguisher, which are very versatile, portable devices designed for combating small early stage of fire. It is essential that these extinguishers are easily accessible and clearly labeled and undergo regular inspection to ensure that they are ready to use when needed. So foam it is extinguishers work by covering the fuel effectively, blocking oxygen from reaching the fire, which is crucial for extinguishing flammable liquid fire. Again, kapag meron tayong flammable liquid, we're going to use foam. Then CO2 extinguishers are particularly safe for use on electrical wires. Again, CO2 for electrical, they displace oxygen in the area, suffocating the fire without leaving any residue. So lastly, we have the dry chemical, extinguishing the dry chemical or extinguishers interrupt the chemical reaction at play at the fire. They're very versatile and can be used on the various types, like making it is valuable tool in extinguishing. So let's delve now in the different types of the fixed fire extinguishing system and their unique characteristics. So these systems are crucial for controlling large fires, particularly in high-risk areas like engine rooms, and enclosed spaces. So first we have the CO2 system. Ito naman yung mga naka-fix, no? Hindi siya nabubuhat katulad ng mga extinguishers kanina. So first we have the CO2 system. So this CO2 system is designed to flood a space effectively by removing oxygen to suffocate the fire. It is particularly useful in situations where water can be used safely. So next we have the sprinkler system. So this system releases water automatically when it detects the heat. So it is a standard feature in many buildings and it is excellent for preventing and spread of fire, keeping it under control. So by moving to the foam system, this is a system especially effective for liquid fires, and it works by covering the fuel, cutting off the fire oxygens and supply. And finally, we have the water mist system. So this system produces a fine spray that not only for cooling, but also for helps smothers and making versatile option for the future or other various types of fire. So each of these system plays a vital role in safety and ensuring the effective control and minimizing the damage. So first, uh, emergency response. So we're going to raise the alarm. So all crew members prompting may immediate attention and action, then inform the bridge. So this is the emergency response that you need to do. Inform the bridge that you're going or the central control hub coordinating the overall emergency response and clear the timely communications is crucial here. And vital use of the correct extinguishers for the type of fire, as using wrong one can escalate the situation. So finally, every crew member should follow their master list, no, as we discussed before. So the list outlines the specific duties of the each person and ensuring that they know their role and responsibilities to have a response in an organized way. So by working together, we can contain the fire and minimize the damage. So now let's talk about the life-saving appliances. So referred to the LSA, these are the essential tools designed to ensure that the safety and preserve the life at sea. So first we have the lifeboats. These are very crucial in evacuation in emergencies and providing safe way for people to leave the ship. The next we have the life rafts, serve as a inflatable survival crafts. These are particularly useful when quick and safe evacuation is necessary. Then we have the life jackets, are personal flotation devices that everyone on board should have or should be familiar. And lastly, we have the immersion suits. These are special suits that protects against from cold water or crucial survival in a icy condition. So remember, these are the appliances that are not just equipment. There are lifelines, and understanding them and using them correctly can save you. So LSA must provide a flotation. So this means they are designed to keep a person afloat, which is vital in any water emergency. So they can protect also the environment and aspects in preventing hypothermia and can serious risk in cold waters. So lastly, the LSA supports survival of the person and ensuring that individuals communicate and sustain themselves until the help will arrive. So, life jacket, no, these are devices only effective when worn correctly. Therefore, highlight the importance of the properly wearing of a life jacket can ensure or securing the strap. So, this sample action can life saving as it keeps the airway clear and prevent from drowning. So, it is very important that you're going to use it properly and you know how to done it properly. So for our lifeboats, no, its life rafts are crucial components of the maritime safety designed to ensure or organize an efficient evacuation in the emergencies. So both lifeboats and life rafts are equipped with essential survival supplies. These supplies are crucial in supporting life until the rescue arrives. So it is imperative that life-saving appliances are always ready for immediate use. So it is essential to follow the safety responsibilities and not to have your own decision. So remember, each of these responsibilities contributes the collective safety of on board, and let's stay prepared and positive that if we respond quickly and effectively, safety will going to promote. So as we reach this conclusion, no, proper extinguishing techniques are crucial as well. Knowing how to effectively use the extinguishing unit and firefighting equipment can make all or difference in the crisis. So finally, correct use of life-saving appliances is essential, whether it is lifeboats or life rafts. Again, that is the end of our presentations. And if you have a questions, just raise your virtual hand and take a review. We're going to have a quiz after your break.